Good
Sure.
evening, everyone. I'm Reena Singh, Customer Success Manager at Konnect Insights. I look after the onboarding of the projects, addressing their day to day concerns, implementing the best practices, and taking any requirements which our client is having, and just understanding their needs and taking it to the technical team. So, yeah, that's what I do at Konnect Insights. Apurva, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, Reena, sure. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. This is Apurva Lonkar from Connect Insight as a customer success associate, and I look after client onboarding, client training. If there are any queries of clients, I do look after that as well. Also, with respect to any new developments, releases, we are involved in that as well, and we are glad from all of you that you have joined this webinar.
All right. Thank you for the quick introduction, Apurva. Attendees, we are thrilled to welcome you all in today's webinar that is on Unlock the Power of Visual Data, Streamline Your Workflows, and Improve Your Customer Engagement. Thank you all for joining us. So, as we all know, in today's data driven world, the ability to effectively visualize the data on your dashboards is very important and crucial for making informed decisions and driving your business success. So, this webinar aims to provide you with the insights, best practices on creating impactful data that you can use on daily presentations to your team members if you're creating any presentation, sharing the insights with your team on day-to-day basis or weekly or monthly. So this webinar will help you to understand the same, and this is will be very useful for you after conducting today's session. So let's set the agenda for today's discussion. So here what we are lined up for today. So we are going to discuss how you can set up the dashboards in Connect Insights. If you are using Connect Insights as your platform, you can customize your own dashboards. The process of customization we are going to discuss in today's call. Apart from that, recently we have implemented a new feature that is you can filter your data on the dashboard if you're using any category or your any custom filters. So you can use that filters and you can narrow down your data. So you don't have to go back to the time and just creating a different chart for that specific category. Apart from that, we are going to discuss some interesting widgets here that you can customize your widgets. Basically, some custom widgets are available on the dashboard that you can use on your dashboards that is going to add the value to your presentation. Last but not the least, we are going to discuss the custom widget links, how you can effectively connect with your audience where the PM option is not available. So currently, as most of the brands in the market are asking the customers to whether drop the details over an email or they are sharing any of DM link of another channel, and audience is going there, they're switching the platform and then they are sharing the details. So that is a very lengthy process for the customer. To excel our customer experience, we will have to think from the customer's purview as well, right? So this custom widget link is going to help us how we can connect easily with our audience, how we can collect their data and merge in the existing tickets. So I would like to hand over to Apurva to take us through the setup of the dashboard. Apurva, over to you.
That was a brief introduction, Reena. Thank you so much. I'll be just presenting my screen for the dashboard setups that we have, and be taking you through how a dashboard works and what is exactly a dashboard. When any client or anyone who wants to understand it for the first time, it should be that easy for that person. And let me just present my screen here. Reena, can you confirm if I am on the right dashboard page and if it's visible to you?
Yes, Apurva, it is visible to us.
Okay, perfect. So, currently, I'll be explaining how dashboards work and exactly what is a dashboard. Now, dashboard is nothing but a visual representation of the data that we get on Connect Insights. All of the data that is fetched from various sources, let's say topic, profile, web data, profile data, personal, that is inbox, DM, all of that data. We need to club it and present it in a visual format so that it is able, like people are able to understand it, our stakeholders are able to analyze it and get good insights out of it. By creating an insightful dashboard, it can help you to actually analyze the relevant data, focus on the key areas, and know what is important for you and what is not. Creating a dashboard setup on Konnect Insight is really simple. As in, for a first timer, also, it is going to be a simple process because only few steps are required. Let's just say I want to create a monthly dashboard, as in for a monthly report. I will have to just name it, which will say monthly report. Okay, then as going through multiple features, first is turn on auto refresh. Turn on auto refresh is nothing but refreshing the data, as in updating the data with a time span of 1 minute and maximum being 5 minutes. So the data which is actually in the dashboard, all the charts, will be auto refreshed if you switch on this option, and you can keep it accordingly. The next option is turn on dashboard sharing. You can share this dashboard across multiple people, multiple stakeholders, and employees in your organization, and they do not even have to log into the account. It's just that they will be able to view the dashboard by accessing the link itself. Show calendar is nothing but you can actually put a date range filter over the top right corner of your dashboard, so that the dashboard can be only viewed for a particular month or for a particular year, or let's say for a particular quarter. That is doable. All of the charts, or most of the charts, if I would say, in Konnect Insight are clickable in nature. Clickable as in dynamic. When you click on those charts, the data backing up is reflected. And if you do not want to show that on click data, you can click on this hide on click option. And if you want to show that, you can just untake it so that the data backing up is actually seen when you view a dashboard. Coming on to the important option, that is add password. We understand all of this data that comes onto Konnect Insight for specific brands or for all of the brands is very confidential, and they do not want anyone to be accessible to it. So we can also password protect it. If I am creating a dashboard, I can put a password to it, and only with that password that link can be opened. So otherwise the dashboard will not be able to view to any other users. You can also share a link of this dashboard, as I mentioned, to any user who is not currently logged on to Konnect Insight, but just with this link, he'll be able to open it. If it is password protected, without the password, he'll not be able to open it. You can also set an expiry link to your dashboard. Expiry link, as in, let's say this dashboard is only for this month or for this campaign, which is going to be like a monsoon campaign or a monsoon sale that is running on in my store. And for maybe the later on months, it's not going to be valid. I will set up an expiry link to it so that once the date range is crossed, the dashboard link will not be accessible at all. And I can also create a master dashboard is something which will help you to accumulate multiple dashboard under one roof. So master dashboard will be like a parent dashboard under which you can create multiple small dashboards, so that for viewing it, it becomes easier under one click. And then the important option which we are going to talk about is dashboard filters. With an accessibility of additional info fields and custom info fields that Konnect Insight offers, you are able to refine your data in multiple ways. I'll just take you through that as well because it is linked to each other. So let's say custom info fields. What is a custom info field? Basically, when a query comes up on Konnect Insight, and when the brand is on a multinational level, they would want to define the query, or they want to classify the query into the relevant buckets for that particular area or that for particular city, let's say for the particular store. They do want to do that. So now for that, we can have this filters created. These filters will be dependable on each other. Let's say in India, Maharashtra comes under Maharashtra, Mumbai comes. I want to create those dependables because for the agents it will be difficult to actually segregate the data if I just put those options here and there. But if there are proper dependables, then the agents will be able to filter out it properly, classify the query properly, and then we will be able to get the reports properly. So it's like a process. One of the use cases, as I mentioned, is on a country level data. Another use case might be for a mobile brand. When a mobile brand launches a variant, it has multiple other variants under it. So the one can be a flagship variant, and the other ones can be multiple small variants as per the affordability that it launches. So it becomes easier to create those dependables. Let's say iPhone 14 has iPhone 14 Pro, Max, Lite, however it goes. So currently, it becomes easier for an agent to actually, when he clicks on iPhone 14, then iPhone 14 variant will be applicable there, not iPhone 15 variants. This will filter out the other data for that agent. As you can see on the screen, I have just created a demo filter fields here for you. So, for example, in the state of Andhra Pradesh, all of these cities fall off. In the state of Chhattisgarh, all of these cities fall off. Similarly, for Gujarat, Maharashtra, we have just created a demo for you. Let's say when an agent will click on Maharashtra, automatically all the cities in Maharashtra will populate, not the cities in Gujarat and Chhattisgarh. This will become very easier for the agent to filter out that data. I believe that's very, very useful, right? Okay, so this is how custom info fields work. And once you create that, you simply have to classify your data. That's it. You can auto classify your data as well. On the basis of keyword, we can also auto classify the data. That is how a platform's intelligence is used while filtering your data. And Connect Insights definitely do offer that. Let's get back to our dashboards. I'll just show you one of the dashboard that we have created with respect to all of this new custom info fields that I've introduced. So all of these charts are customized. One of our important BI tool that we offer is custom charts, let's say, because all of these charts are created on custom requirements. We have predefined charts on Connect Insight, but let's say I do not want to view it the way it is shown. Maybe I want to change some of the X and Y axis here and there. We do offer that customization to you as a brand, because it is very important for a brand to have its convenience when they are using our platform. So we will be offering you all of that features under our custom charts. This custom chart I've created is going to show you the location. Let's say the state. State as Tripura, city as Agartala. Similarly, state as Maharashtra. Accordingly, the city will be reflected here. The reviews which come under that particular city or state are also going to be reflected here, which are negative, neutral, and positive. This is one of the example. As I mentioned, you can create multiple custom charts when it comes to custom charts and custom info fields. Let's say this is one of the chart which is giving you a media source type, from which media the particular query was followed up, for which state and for which city. You can see Maharashtra comes and Mumbai comes under Maharashtra, Pune for the same reason. We have also included some of out states as well, Uttar Pradesh. All of this is feasible when you actually filter your data in the right way. So you can see how easy it becomes for maybe a manager or for a supervisor to view it actually. This is also one of the demo. Then coming to the word clouds, we can also create multiple word clouds based on that. So maybe on a particular customization, we can create a positive word cloud, negative word cloud, let's say a neutral word cloud. This is all feasible with the power of customization, which we offer to you. Similarly, when you input all of these charts into a dashboard, you can enhance your dashboard in multiple ways. Let's say I click on this gear icon. I do want to change the theme of my dashboard. Let's say change the chart colors to something which is actually relevant to my brand. I can do that. I can change the chart colors to multiple themes that we currently have. Not only the chart color, but I can actually change the theme of my dashboard itself. This is something that can offer your whole presentation to sync with your brand's tagline or brand's theme as well. Let's say there is a particular color which actually represents your brand. You do want your dashboards to look like that, right? That is what we offer on Connect Insights. So similarly, there are multiple themes that you can pick out of. Coming to another customization option, which is cloning the entire dashboard. I want to clone this entire dashboard so that I can add more charts to it, but I do not want to disturb this whole setup. That's when cloning the dashboard comes into picture. The same dashboard will be cloned and you can add multiple charts, more charts into it, or you can also subtract charts into it. But the main dashboard that you've created, the actual setup will not be disturbed at all. One more important option is locking your dashboard. So the one who has created a dashboard has an access or has an option of locking the dashboard. Locking as in you can click on this option and this particular dashboard will be locked. You can see this icon here. This means that anyone else who will be able or who will be logging and coming to this dashboard, he cannot actually change anything in this dashboard. You can see all of the options are completely hidden right now because I have locked this dashboard. This is important because when you create a dashboard with all of your efforts, you do not want any other agent or anyone else maybe to actually change the whole setup there or to customize anything, because there is a purpose that is coming out of your dashboard, right? So you can actually lock your dashboard so that whatever is presented in the dashboard, it's still and there, there, that's it. So this is one of also the important feature that we offer. Let's say I want to download my whole dashboard and I don't want to download the chart separately. We are giving you this option of downloading the whole dashboard into a presentation format, also an Excel format and a PDF format. When you download it in the PDF format, you can actually pick out the images, as in the chart image, and put it in a presentation maybe that you want to create on Canva or some other platform separately. Let's say when you download it in Excel, the numbers are actually useful to present it when you're presenting it in an Excel to your management. And lastly, the presentation format, where you download the whole dashboard into a Microsoft presentation, so that whenever you present it in your front of your management, you already have the structure laid out. You just have to make few changes here and there, and that actually saves a lot of time for the actual user who is accessing this dashboard. You can change the layout of the dashboard. Similarly, you can add multiple charts out to the dashboard as well. I'll just unlock this for now. Yeah. You can add multiple charts to the dashboard. As in, when you click on add chart, you see all of the predefined charts that we have, and you can select as many charts as you want and add to the dashboard. This will help you to actually enhance the pre-created charts and add it to your already customized charts. Addition is never bad, I believe, and that can actually help you give more information. So I've just added one chart, and whatever charts you add will be coming to the bottom of your dashboard. You can actually drag and put it upwards as well. You can actually change the size of it. Anything is possible when it comes to dashboard. Actually, the customization is really brilliant, I would say here. Similarly, the date range option, which I have defined, you can actually customize the date range for 3 months, for a year, for a quarter, for last 7 days. The predefined date ranges are already shown, but you can also customize the date range here. These are the basic features, and also I would say very important features when you're actually trying to create a dashboard. And then definitely there is more to it, but let's say for a basic dashboard purpose, these all features can be really useful and can be really helpful. From my end, I think that was it. Reena, you can take it forward from here.
Thank you so much, Apurva. This was really interesting to take our attendees through the dashboard feature, the setup. Probably this is going to help them whenever they are going to create the new dashboard next time. So now I will take you through the custom widgets that we have on a dashboard that may add a value to your dashboard whenever you're presenting the data to your management. I'll quickly present my screen. Just let me know once it is visible to you all.
Yes, Reena, we can give you the screen.
All right, so this is the dashboard page where I have created one dashboard already, that is a widgets dashboard. So here you can see some of the charts that I have shortlisted for you guys today. The first is our dashboard separator. So whenever you are adding a dashboard separator on your dashboard, you can just rename it. You can customize your dashboard. You can put the label as you want. So as I have already added social analytics widgets here. Similarly, you can put your own label here once you're adding a dashboard separator. All the widgets can be accessed once you're clicking on this add chart option and followed by this widgets option on left hand side. As you can see, there are so many widgets, but I have selected few of them for today's call. Then now interesting widget is social followers summary. So when we are talking about the followers summary, every time people want to understand what are the total number of followers across channels. So it's always difficult to go on the different channels and check the number of followers, right? Or when it comes to the engagement, it's difficult to go on the channels and calculate the total number of engagement. So these widgets comes into the picture in that case where you can get the entire summary. What you can do, you can add the social followers summary widget on your screen. If you have less number of handles configured in Konnect Insights, you can just select a widget of 3. Right now I have selected a widget of 6 here that you can see. And the handles that you want to select, you can directly go to the chart settings. So when we are talking about the dashboard, chart settings plays a very vital role here. So you can click on the chart setting, you can select all the profiles for which you want to see the data, and your data is going to be populated accordingly on your screen. Similarly, for the engagement summary, you can get the summary of your engagement across platform, which is really easy and handy when you're checking the numbers here. It will help you to understand the data on which platform your content is performing better, right? So you can just add these widgets on your dashboard. Let's discuss about the campaign. So because we publish multiple posts under one campaign, right? So whenever you want to understand how your campaign is performing better, what you can do, you can place tag of your campaign name on that specific post, and you can get all these widgets on the dashboard. Let me discuss how you can place the tags, right? So once you're going to the social analytics section, you will get the option to place the tag. I'll show you later. But before that, if you're publishing the content from Konnect Insights, you can directly go to the publishing module here. In the publishing module, once you're clicking on the compose new post section, while publishing the post, you will have that option to place a tag. So you can click on this content bucket option and you can select the tag whichever you want to place here. Let's suppose right now you're not publishing from Konnect Insight, but still you want to get the campaign level analysis. What you can do, you can go to the social analytics section. I have already opened it in a new tab. You can go to the view all posts section where you can see the post that you have published across platforms, and you can paste the tags in a one go. So you can select all the channels, all your social media handles for which you want to place the tag for. You can select the date range. And now all the posts during this date range was published is going to be populated on your screen. You can search with the keyword as well. Let's suppose I want to search for the post published under podcast. Once I place it, the keyword in the search within search, I'll get all the posts published under this category. Similarly, if you want to put the tag on all the posts that is published, you can click on the select all button. So here you can click on the select all button, all the posts are going to be selected, and then you can place the tags in bulk. So this is how you can place the tag. Once the tag is placed, you can come to the dashboard section and customize your widgets here. Again, you can add the widgets from the widget section. This is one of the widget that is social campaign performance. You can go to the chart setting. You can select the platform and the profile name. You can select the tags here. Also, when we are discussing about the dashboard, right, there is a interesting feature that is a custom date range. You can define a different date range for this specific chart. You can enable it and you can select the date range. So this is how you can make your chart settings, and once that is done, you can see the this chart on your screen here. So it is going to be look like the label, the marketing campaign name, the total number of posts you have published under this category, total engagement you have received, and the impressions you have received. All this data you can see on your screen here. Similarly, you can select multiple tags also, and you can compare the data of two different tags. These metrics are going to differ from platform to platform. Right now, I have selected a different platform, hence I'm getting the different metrics here. Coming to the social media performance, let's suppose I have published one of the campaign on my all the social media handles. Now I want to understand which platform is performing better for me. So this chart will help me to get that insight here. What I can do, again, I can select all the platforms for which I want to see the data for and the campaign name. Now once that is done, I can see the comparison here on which platform I have posted the number of posts, engagement, reach, impressions, number of views, and the plays that I have received. And you can see that my post right now has performed better on LinkedIn as compared to rest of the other platforms. So if you're getting such insights, this will help you how you can improve your content on other platform, and you can just plan your strategy accordingly where you're lagging behind. Now let's come to the social post comparison. So as its name stands for comparing the numbers, right? So let's suppose we are going to publish the content on Independence Day. Similarly, our competition is also going to publish the content, right? So what we can do, we can add our competitors handle without login credentials. We can place the tag for them as well, and we can compare the campaign. If they are publishing something related to Independence Day and our brand is also publishing, which platform is gathering most number of numbers. So this chart will help you to understand how far you're performing as compared to your competitor. Now coming to the next chart under social analytics reporting, that is Facebook and YouTube video summary. So this chart will help you to understand if you've published a video on Facebook and YouTube. So what is the total watch time you have received overall, the number of views you have received. So this is the overall summary. Similarly, if you want to see the data for any specific video here, you can directly click on this drop down and you can select the video. This number will be changed accordingly as per your selection. So, team, I hope these reports are insightful for you. During the discussion, in case you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in the chat box and we will address all those questions end of the webinar. Let's come to the ticketing and listening report. So these widgets are going to be associated with the ticketing and listening part in Konnect Insights. So because Konnect Insights is the omni-channel customer experience management platform, you can do all the activities here. You can publish the content. You can do the ticketing. You can listen what your customers are saying. You can get the analytics. Everything is there. So now we are going to discuss about the ticketing and listening report here. So this is the iframe widget. So when I'm saying iframe widget, in case you want to get the same preview of any blog or any website on your dashboard, what you can do, you can just go to that website, you can copy the URL and you can place the same in the chart settings here on this iframe widget section. So right now I have copied the URL of Connect Insights white paper that I have pasted here, and the same preview of that website I'm getting here. Similarly, if you want to show any blog or any article of your own brand on the dashboard while presenting your report, so you can use this functionality and you can get the data on your screen. Now the next widget is video widget. So if you have posted any content on YouTube or LinkedIn, any videos there, and you want to show your management like this video has performed better for us. So what you can do, you can copy the URL of that video. Again, you can go to this widget section of this video and you can place the video URL. The same video is going to be populated here, and even you can just play that video on the dashboard itself. You don't have to go to the YouTube while doing your presentation for searching for this video. So this will help you to save your time and just keep everything on your fingertips. Now, coming to the top locations by classifications, as Apurva has already discussed about classifications and categories on the dashboard, how you can do the classification setup, how you can use that. So, similarly, if you want to understand how those categories are performing state wise or location wise specifically, so you can just select this widget on your screen, that is top locations by classifications. You can get the location name, total mentions, classifications, etc. You in the chart setting, you can define whether you want this data for any specific topic or profile, any media filter, for which level of classification you're looking for this data, or for any specific sentiment. All those things you can define on your dashboards, and your data is going to be available on your screen. Now, coming to the sentiment dial, this is the interesting widgets because whenever we are tracking our brand's reputation, it's important to get the data on our fingertips. What are the number of mentions you have received that are negative in nature or positive in nature, so that you can plan your strategy accordingly, right? So you can just use this chart sentiment dial, and along with this percentage of positive, negative and neutral, it will give you the daily wise data, so that you can understand if there is any specific day when you are receiving most number of negative or most number of positive, so that you can plan your activity accordingly as per this number. Then coming to the sentiment summary, you can get these numbers positive, negative, and neutrals breakdown along with the percentage. The specific thing that we have here, that is a trend line, which will help you to understand the change in the numbers over the duration, so that you can track on which date you have received the most number of negative or neutral comments, so that you can analyze accordingly. Coming to the word cloud widget, you can see this widget looks very interesting when it is added on the dashboard. This is real-time data on the dashboard. You can see the mostly being used keywords here, and you can just add this for the presentation on the dashboards accordingly. Coming to the classification severity type summary, if you have added different severities in Konnect Insights, that are your priorities. If you want to understand what is the TAT you're maintaining for high influencer related concerns, or verified user related concerns, or delivery related concerns, it depends on the severities that you have created. You can add this widget on your screen, on your dashboard, and you can just get the average start in minutes here. Coming to the tag summary. So when it comes to the customizing the charts, Konnect Insights is very flexible. This is one of the example of that flexibility, tag summary. So whenever I want to understand how many tickets I have addressed within 0 to 10 minutes range. So what I can do, I can go to the chart setting of this chart, that is tag summary. I can select all the profiles for which I want to see the data for the media platforms, whether I want this chart for ART, that is average reply tag, or FRT. We can select it accordingly. Then we can select it whether we want to consider it during the business hours or the calendar hours. And if you want to select the severity, so that option is also there. Now you can put the description, the label of that range here. You can define the time duration from the time and to the time. This is going to be in minutes format, so you can define. Right now I want to see the numbers between 0 to 10, so my lowest range is 0 and highest is 10. Similarly, my next range start from 11 minutes to 15 minutes. So you can define all these numbers as per your requirement, and data is going to be populated accordingly. You can see the start summary here, the label that we have defined, our description is there, and the tickets, the number of tickets we have addressed during this duration, and what is the percentage out of total. Coming to the customized word cloud, so this is again a new word cloud that we have recently launched, where you can just select whether you want to see one word cloud, or two words word cloud, or three words. So all those things you can define. Along with that, you can define whether you want to see this for all the phrases or only positive, negative. You can define all these things in the chart setting. You can define your colors also, the media platforms you want to consider under this word cloud, whether you want to see one word, two word, or three words. If you want to exclude any certain keywords from this word cloud, you can exclude that keyword as well. You can put the word count if you want to see only top 20 keywords here, or top 5 only. So you can define that words count here, and that chart will store the data accordingly. You can define the sentiment also. If you want to see all the data, neutral, positive, negative, everything, that you can define here, and it is going to show the data accordingly. Also, this chart is clickable in nature. You can click on it, you can see the underlying data wherever this keyword specifically have been used. All those things you can see on your screen. Now, whenever we are talking from the response management point of view, team always wants to monitor the performance of the agent, whether they are active right now, if they are active, what are the pages they have opened right now, on which page they are working at the moment, what was the last active date, and whether they are stay away or they are active on the platform. All those things you can define. You can just see that data from active user list widget here. Coming to the trending keywords, so before publishing our content, it is important to track the numbers, what is trending on the social media platform. So this current trending widget will help you to get the trending keywords, and you can use the trending keywords in your post for gathering the most number of engagements. Coming to this tweets widget, whenever you want to, when you have received any data from your influencer verified users or any of your customer, you want to understand their background, like how many tweets they have in total published, what is their follower count, what is that following count. So all those data you can get here. Along with that, if you're hovering on this name of the user, you can get what exact the post they have published about your brand, and that was on which date. Also, if you want to see this on native platform, let's suppose it is a quits widget. So you can go on the Twitter just by clicking on this timestamp that we have added here in this user summary. Now, last but not the least, so basically we have agent queue activity. So whenever you want to track their agents, like what is the date today, for which date we are looking for the summary, what is the agent name, what is their first login time, what is their last logout time, last pause time when they have paused the queue. So basically we have a process of auto assignment of the tickets that is in the queued messages. So if they're activating their queue, what was the last time they have paused? total logged in hours, total paused hours, for how long they have paused their queue here. Now, number of time they have paused their queue, end of the shift, how long they were on the lunch break, and how long they were on the tea break. So all the agents activity you can track here by using agent queue activity feature. So these are some of the shortlisted widgets that I have shown you today. This might be interesting for you, and in case you're looking for some interesting widget, please feel free to drop that in the chat box section and we will just try to take it up. Now I would like to hand over to Apurva to take us through the custom widget links section that will help you to empower your customer engagement.
Yeah, Reena, thank you so much for giving that, brief details about widgets. It was really insightful, I felt. And really, actually, we need to incorporate this widgets and this type of data so that, because Connect is providing this type of, visualization to the brands, it can really help them to have an edge over the competition, is what I believe. So, thank you so much for that. I will take it forward from here. So, when we talk about custom widget links, this is something like a new concept, I would say, but very useful here. So if I can present my screen, I'll just show you how we can create a custom widget link on Connect. Also, how does it really helps you to connect with your audience, because we have mentioned it, right, that it helps you to connect with your audience. You are connecting with your audience, let's say from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and through comments, DMs, all of that sources, right? So that's it. Okay, we don't need anything else. No, I don't think that's all. We definitely need more to it. Now, platforms such as YouTube, Play Store, App Store, where you don't have an accessibility to connect with your customer on one-on-one basis, which is like, personal basis, because you don't have an option of sending a private message to your customer, or the customer also cannot reach out to you in form of a personal message. There can be instance where YouTube as a platform is widely used these days, and so maybe some of the brand has initially launched a new mobile phone and there are a lot of complaints that are coming up, but the complaints are only coming up on YouTube in form of comments. And now the phone is launched, the already the stocks are sold out and you're receiving a lot of complaints. People are writing to you on YouTube saying that this phone, I've paid for this phone, and I'm not able to get this and that and all of that stuff. As a brand, you would definitely want to reach out to them. You reply to them in a form of an apology, but then maybe you would want to make it right. Let's say there was an instance with OnePlus that they had some software issue, and then they made sure that all of their customers are satisfied because they gave them the free replacement and all of that stuff. But now you want to know the root cause here. So before talking to the customer one on one, you will not know it, right? And the customer, like for example, me as a customer, I would not want my personal information to be displayed on a YouTube platform, right? So that that conversation, that thread cannot be continued in comments form. I would want to talk to you on a personal level. Let's say you send me a link of some other platform, which is Twitter, a DM link, so that we can connect on a one-on-one basis. But as a customer, I do not have a account on Twitter or maybe Facebook for that matter. A lot of generation these days, some people do not have accounts on all social media platform. Mid-level generation, I would say, but they are your target audience and they are using YouTube. They want to reach out to you. Now you're the main problem is there, right? And the solution to that is what we are offering in form of custom widget links. Now you want to connect with them, right, on a personal basis, and you do not want to direct them to a new platform, because it's going to be a whole of a task for them to actually go on Twitter, get to your platform, as in get to your profile, DM you, write back to you, wait for your reply. It's actually hampering your customer experience. And at Connect, we do not want to hamper it, but we want to enhance it. We want you to connect with your customer better. So on that note, what we offer is widget link, so that on YouTube only you can solve your purpose. The data from the customer is also obtained and it is not publicly visible as well. How can you do that? With the help of custom widget link, so that when a customer writes to you in form of a comment, let's say, I have used this mobile and it's causing me a lot of problem, I want to give the details of the mobile number, my address and all, please help me and all of that. Now when I see this as a query, I would want a lot of information from the customer. Let's say information about the mobile brand, about the version, about where the customer is placed, from which showroom he has bought that phone, Is the warranty still active? And in case if I want to refund him, I do want his account number as well, right? So all of this information is very confidential. What I can do is I can simply create a form for him. Form as in a specific form which will contain some fields such as email, his contact number, his account details, all of these fields. And with sending that link to him on that YouTube comment, he'll be simply able to fill that form. Okay, it's easy, right? As a customer, you have to just fill that form. Once you fill that form, you will be getting that all details as in form of a ticket on Konnect Insights. So already we do get YouTube comments, right? We do get Play Store, App Store reviews. So if a customer is writing back on that particular link which you have placed on that review or on that comment, you will be getting all that data in a form of ticket, and which will be merged with your existing ticket. I think that can be really helpful because you will be getting the relevant information, and now you can actually process, you can actually take and think of the line of action that you want to do, right? So this is how a custom widget link can really help you. I will just show you how you can create it, which is very easy. These are some of the samples that we have created for you. Let's say I'll just click on one pre-created ones. uh, Now here the important part is when you're trying to create a custom widget link, you have to add a new custom tab as in a custom profile in Konnect Insight. The reason for this is where you actually want to store the information, because from the sources that we get information, we do have a dedicated profile or a topic for that. But for a link like custom widget link, where do you store this information? So for storing the information, we have to add a custom profile. Let's say it's very simple. You have to just go to the social profile section, click on custom profile, give it a name, and from this category line select custom here. That's it, and then click on save. A custom profile will be automatically created, and this particular link that you're going to create, this form will be tagged, will be linked with that custom profile. Now I am creating a normal form. I'm selected Connect Inside as a custom profile here. A banner message will be displayed with your link, because when you'll be sending that link, you would want something to be associated with it, right? A spam link, it should not look like that. So give information about your link. So a banner message you can display as in please or important, something like that. Important information. Okay. Widget launcher text is important, as in exactly what do you want the widget launcher text to be. You can write that as well. Powered by Konnect Insight, this is what we have wrote. You can definitely customize it. If you want to put your brand's name, you can do that as well. Any image you want to associate it with, you can also put that URL here. Let's say this all is done. Now what exactly the fields will be in your form, that is very important. This is a pre-created form. We have given you one already pre-created template, which is contact us. In case you want to start from scratch, you do not want to use these fields, you can click on blank template and you can start from scratch. So the pre-created one contains the title, the button, this button which you will click on submit, you would want to rename it, you can do that. A confirmation message. Let's say when I click on submit, I would want a confirmation message popping up saying that thank you so much. We are here to assist you. This is really helpful for us to get your details. All of sorts of examples. You can just put it here. What if you want to add some terms and conditions? Because all this information that the customer is sharing with you, you need to have consent of the customer, right? It is important because we see a lot of things happening these days, and consent is really important. So on that note, you can definitely add a lot of terms and conditions that you would want your customer to actually know about it before he's giving you that information. You just write the terms and conditions here. Here you have to tick the box and click on submit. Once this form he fills, you will be getting that data. Let's say I have already done this, so I'm just clicking on next here. Now the appearance, the whole appearance here, I would want the whole appearance to look very much friendly, as in very much associated with my brand, because it should not look like a spam link. It should look like an authentic link. The form should look like a very authentic form to my customer, because only then he will be trusting me and giving me his information, right? So you can put the banner scheme as how you want it to be, as per your brand's logo, I would say. You can do that. You can change the pattern and all that. That is something available. You can change the color of the buttons as well. Adding a brand logo, so a logo is very important. So we can add a brand logo. Let's say I add Connect's logo here. Click on open. I have added a Connect's logo here. I can just place the logo alignment to center as well, to the left side of the corner, to the right side of the corner, however I want it to be. This is just adding an authentication to the form, because as I mentioned, it should look authentic, it should look valid to your customer. So this all small features are very important. And then you click on save form. Now your form is created, your custom profile is created, but for the form or for the link to actually work, you have to do some type of technical enhancement to it. So that technical enhancement is embedding a code. This code is readily available. Once you create your form, this code will be automatically generated. What you have to do is just this iframe code will be linking with the custom tab profile. And once this form and all is created, you can definitely reach out to us in Konnect Insight, and we'll be helping you to link it with your custom tab profile so that the tickets are created. So let's say this is one use case. What about the other use case? We have also followed this scenario where the customers are reaching out on websites. Websites is also an open forum where customer will reach out to you, because website is very authentic, right? Like for my brand, my website is the other than my Twitter and my Facebook platform, my website is more authentic, I feel. So my customer will definitely reach out there if he has any complaints. I'll go to my website and I just search for any option that I can actually talk to the brand. So there also we can put an action button for you. Let's say one button which says, um, you can like please reach out to us here, or you can tab here for your more information. In case to reach out, please click here, something like that. And then you can also create tickets through that information on Konnect as well. So we have a separate code as well. This widget code given here, you have to just give it to your website team. They will do the embedding part. I think they are masters in it, so they know it's a pretty simple step that they have to follow. And once they do it, the website information, that in the customer who will fill the information of the website, it will be automatically generated as a ticket on Konnect Insight, and you will be able to get all the data. I think this is very useful, pretty simple as well. Two words which literally every brand looks for is the convenience and the usefulness of any feature, and both is offered by this widget link. So this is how you can use a widget link, and you can get all the data on Konnect Insight, and you cannot miss any touch base to reach out your customer. That was it from my end, Reena. You can just continue from here.
All right, Apurva, thank you so much. It seems like this is going to help so many brands to just excel on their customer experience here. So, apart from this, I think we have concluded all the things. Let's discuss about the takeaways. What are the benefit of today's webinar? And then we can take up the Q&A session if there is any question.
Sure, sure. I hope my screen is visible, Reena.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, great. So, discussing all of the pointers and all of the agenda that we have mentioned, we will just be picking out some of the important factors and some of the important insights that I can actually help you. The first one is performance tracking. With the help of our dashboards, you can definitely track the performance of your agent, of your brand, as well as of your competition. So, it's very helpful to you as a brand to track the performance and to actually upscale yourself as well with respect to the competition that is going on. Also, performance tracking of your agents with respect to the productivity and all that, that is feasible with the type of widgets that Reena has incorporated, that is stat widgets, as well as the severity widgets, as well as other widgets which talk about your brand's performance. So all that can be incorporated to track your brand's performance. The second is insightful reports. So when you gather all this data, let's say from the widget link you're gathering the data, from profile you're gathering the data, gathering is not sufficient. You actually have to provide insightful reports. With the help of our widgets and dashboards, you can definitely create insightful reports, and we are sure that it's going to help your brand in the long run as well. Coming to the next option, which is data real-time monitoring. Real-time monitoring as in almost the data which comes from our social profiles, as in from the brand social profiles onto Konnect Insight, is real-time in nature, so that you can track what is going on outside. Let's say if there is any crisis going on your social profile and people are continuously writing about that, you will be able to track it in real-time basis. Your dashboards will reflect that in case if you have created those, and then with the help of a click, you can not actually stop it, but definitely you can minimize the output that can happen. So real-time monitoring is very important according to us. Reena, you can take up the next pointers.
Yeah, so when it comes to customization, so Connect Insights is very flexible when it comes to the reporting, and due to that, we have offered the feature of custom report where you can generate the report basis on your requirements and you can push it to the dashboard for the real time monitoring. So, yes, you can customize the reports while using this Connect Insights platform. Also, we have user friendly interface So when you are having a user friendly interface, it helps to efficiently manage your concerns, real time data monitoring. All the things are going to be on fingertips. That is not going to be complex for you. So you can just have this platform. You can always think for this, and this is going to help you in many ways. So yeah, let's discuss about the questions that we have here in the chat box. So the first question we have: when the ticket is created via widget, will agents be able to reply back to the customer as we are collecting their email addresses? Apurva, can you take up this question?
Sure. So I'll also talk about it and I'll type if that is possible. So when a ticket is created via widgets, agent will be able to track the data. So this is something that you're able to track the data from that link. And while replying, you will be able to reply to the customer directly on that particular mention or that comment itself. Because when you create a widget link, it is something that you're just gathering the data, with the data which cannot be publicly displayed. But definitely when the data reaches to you, have to give an acknowledgement to your customer, so you can reply back on the main comment or on the same thread, saying that we have received the relevant data, be rest assured we are working on it and this is going to be resolved. So that is feasible.
Yes. Next question is also related to the custom widget only. Dinesh is asking, where do we find the create widget option? So
uh,
yeah,
yeah.
Apurva, you can take it up.
Sure. So Dinesh, you can find it. We haven't provided it in the settings itself, but when you log on to the Connect Insights portal, in the URL you have to just type after www.connectinsight.com/widgets. That's it. You have to just type widgets and click on enter. You will be able to open that page altogether. And in case you are not, you can definitely reach out to me since I'll be available for that. Yeah.
Okay, so next question is, can we monitor user productivity on Connect Insights? So yes, the answer is yes here. I'll show you the perfect chart where you can get all the numbers whenever you just want to track the productivity of your agents. So on the dashboard itself, when you're clicking on the add chart option, let me present my screen for your ease. All right, I hope my screen is visible to you all.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so when I'm clicking on the add chart option under the monitor section, we have agent report. So in this section, we have performance metrics for agent, where you can click on this add chart, and this is going to be added on your dashboard. And on this chart, you can get all the numbers here. So you can go to the chart setting for selecting all the filters here, for which topic and profile you want to see the data for, in which format you want to see this, what are the media filters, and whether you want to see this basis on the action date or ticket creation date. Right now I have selected ticket creation date here. So once you have selected all these parameters in chart setting, you will get this chart in a way. The agent name, the total number of messages assigned them in a queue, number of replies they have posted, average reply tag, first reply tag, queue tag, the total number of tickets they have classified, total assigned, work in progress, total follow up, resolved and closed. So all the important metrics when it comes to the agent performance is going to be available in this performance metrics for agent chart. Let's take up the next question here. How secured is the dashboard data? So when it comes to the security, we are GDPR and ISO certified. And whenever you're sharing the dashboard with anyone, you can put the password while creating the dashboard. And if you're sharing that link with anyone, they will have to put that password before accessing your data. The last question is, how can I get the video recorded? So this video is getting recorded and it is going to be available on our YouTube channel. So you can access all the data there, all the discussion that we had today. Apart from that, most of the questions are already answered. And in case you want to explore any functionality or a platform, please feel free to reach out to us at support@connectinsights.com. You can drop an email to us and our team will be assisting you with that. All right, thank you so much, Apurva, for being part of this webinar, and it was very interesting to having a conversation with you here. Thank you so much, and
Thank
thank
you.
you all the participants for joining the webinar. It was very delightful experience with you all.
Yeah. Thank you, Reena. Same here. Very glad to have this webinar done with you. And thank you all for joining this webinar. It means definitely a lot to us. Thank you.